Well, the other day we had a very controversial letter. Just you listen to this. It was sent to us by Tessa Knighton, who lives at Great Horkesley near Colchester. And this is what she says. I'm writing to you about Fred. Fred, I'm very sorry to say, is a girl. I know this because when the camera pointed at Fred's behind, I saw that he had a short tail. Will you please look at Fred's tail and also look underneath him to see if he's got a flat bottom? And if he has either or both of these, then he is a girl. And I suggest that you call him Frederica.
Well,
what about that?
Yes,
then, eh?
we got rather worried about Tessa's letter because all the things that Tessa says are perfectly true. So we got hold of a female tortoise, and if I turn her upside down, you can see that she has got quite a short, stumpy tail. Now, turn Fred over, and lo and behold, Fred has got a short, stumpy tail too.
Oh, dear.
Yes. Now, what about the shell? What was that bit?
Ah, well, Tessa was quite right in saying that female tortoises have flat undershells.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So we turn him over, you can see that he is pretty well flat.
He is, isn't he?
Now, another point about female tortoises is, I'll leave you on your back for a minute,
Yeah,
Fred,
hang
you
on
won't,
to it.
it's all right, you won't get giddy, is this part of the undershell curves up very slightly around the tail there. And it certainly does on this one. And you can see it here, the same on Fred. So I'm afraid, Fred, you are a lady.
Congratulations, Fred.
Which is going to make painting Frederica on Fred's shell a little bit difficult, isn't it? Unless we go
I think we'll have to paint all the way around.
all the way
side.
around.
Made a bit of a boo-boo there, haven't we?
We
Oh,
have
it's
indeed.
very clever indeed of Tessa to spot that. We'll send you off a badge. If you were watching the programme last week, you'll probably know that we had a letter from Tessa Knighton of Great Horkesley, Colchester. And Tessa had very sharp eyes indeed, because she spotted something that we had all missed. And that is that our tortoise Fred was not a male, as we had supposed, but a female tortoise. Well, we all thought that this was very splendid indeed of Tessa to find this out, and so also did the newspaper reporters, because the story appeared in nearly every paper in Britain. But then yesterday we heard that Fred's fame had spread even further, and we received a copy of this newspaper, Paris Jour. And there, for all the people who live in France to read, was Fred's story in French. Well, if your French isn't too good, I'll give you a translation of it. It says, Fred was a lady. 10-year-old little London girl, Tessa Knighton, doesn't make a mistake. While watching the BBC children's programme Blue Peter, she found it strange that the tortoise, which appeared in the story, was called Fred, and in her best handwriting, she wrote to the BBC. It is certainly a girl because she has a short tail. Check this. Check also if she has a flat belly, to be certain that it is a lady tortoise. If this is the case, you should call her Frederica. Well, the BBC called in an expert who confirmed Tessa's observations, so they now have to rename the tortoise and change the story.
And we've had hundreds of letters saying that instead of Frederica, why don't we change Fred's name to Freda, because it would be much shorter to write on his shell.
Good idea, that.
Yes, I think it is the best one. So if you like to look, hold her round a bit. Hold her steady.
It's funny saying her
It is.
after all.
Yeah, I'm
isn't it?
going to get used to it. I always call him him.
And in case you haven't heard us say it before, it's all right to paint on your tortoise's shell if you use a paint that's non-lead.
In fact, it's a very good idea to put your tortoise's name on his shell or some identifying mark to make him more conspicuous, because there is a danger sometimes in the garden of your tortoise being collected with the garden rubbish or leaves and being dumped on the bonfire.
Which would be awful.
There it
we are.
is, Freda.
One thing.
There we are.